Ladies and gentlemen, as the Bulls edge ever so closer to the NBA regular season start against the Atlanta Hawks, we have our final piece of news for the Chicago Bulls heading into that game against the Atlanta Hawks about how our roster will look like, who will be playing, limited minutes, and more. We're going to kick things off with the Chicago Bulls news in this video. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's the Aiden Sports Show and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Chicago Bulls news and update video for the roster for the Chicago Bulls as we head into our very first game against the Atlanta Hawks, and happily enough, most of our team seems to be healthy and ready to go. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aiden Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts about most of our roster being healthy, and of course the situation that's happened with someone like Tomas Satoranský that was in close contact, in fact, with someone that had the virus. Now, this is something that we're going to be able to deal with nearly all of our players. There's going to be a situation where some of our players will be in contact with someone that will have or have had the virus, and will end up drastically changing the way that the Bulls play their games, their rotation, their minutes. It's going to be a nightmare of a season in that retrospect, and no team is going to be safe from that. So the Bulls need to be responsible for their own precautions, for their own safety, and hopefully to ensure that they're still available in every game, because numbers will be a big thing in this year. Thankfully, it seems like most of our team will be fit enough and ready to go for the regular season for the Chicago Bulls, and that is the big plus here. Now, we talked about a lot of these players already. Obviously, we talked the likes of Denzel Valentine and Thaddeus Young and their current situations on the Chicago Bulls. But two unknowns that we just found out news about today is Devon Dotson, who, if you guys aren't aware, has not really played anything since the first preseason game, and the same with Tomas Satoranský. Now, it looks like Devon Dotson will be back with the Chicago Bulls again. Since he's a two-way player, I don't see him getting that much minutes in retrospect to a lot of the other players that have come back or that will be playing with the Chicago Bulls. So I guess whatever you guys think about that, that's just the way that I see it personally. But again, strength in numbers for the Chicago Bulls. It's very, very good to see Devon Dotson back and ready to go for the regular season. And also, it's just good to see that all of our players seems to be fit now. And that is the most important thing. We've always had, either the start of the season or midway through a season, many major injuries that take months away from a player, and it kind of affects the season that we have. And it's good to see, at least from the beginning of this season, we don't seem to have that issue as much as other teams might have. And it's just a big thing here. So very, very happy to see Devon Dotson back. And obviously to the next player that we need to talk about is Tomas Satoranský. Now, for the longest time, we had no idea why Tomas Satoranský was not going to be part of the setup for the Chicago Bulls. Why wasn't he playing games? What's been happening with him? Well, we finally got the news today that he was being held in NBA protocol. It was an excused absence as well, but NBA protocol, and the reason why he was in NBA protocol was that he was in close contact with Noah Vonleh, who indeed had the virus at the time. So of course he needed to self-isolate, so did Noah Vonleh, who ended up getting waived, and therefore he wasn't able to play the rest of the preseason games for the Chicago Bulls. Now, it seems to me that he is also going to be back for the regular season. He has trained with the Chicago Bulls. Obviously, all the testings and things have come back. He's not had the virus. He's able to get out of self-isolation and participate in all Bulls activities, which is a major plus. Tomas Satoranský is going to be an important player for us this season. Like him or hate him, I think he's a big part of what the Bulls are going to try to do this year. So in that area, it's good to see that we have another player back and ready to go. It is reported, however, that his minutes will be limited for the Chicago Bulls. He will not be part of the regular, I guess, lineup for the Chicago Bulls for the time being. I'm not sure how long that will go for, but that is a big thing that I also wanted to bring into the equation as well. He will not be having his regular minutes. He will not be a regular bench player, I guess, for the time being with the Chicago Bulls. And that's fine. At the end of the day, look, you have to keep your players healthy. Don't want to overextend or underextend any players. It's all about finding the right balance for this team, and Billy Donovan seems to be a very good coach in doing that, finding the balance for the team. Who's going to be playing more minutes? Who's going to be playing less minutes? The rotation. Are we playing an 8-man rotation, a 9-man rotation? All of these things Billy Donovan is going to have to balance, and I think he'll do a fine job in doing that. But these are two players, in my opinion. Again, not many people are going to be over the top excited to see these players back, but strength in numbers. That is the thing that I'm going to have to preach the entire season. The more players that we have that are ready to play, the better it is for the Chicago Bulls. So we have the depth and quality. I can't wait to see Thaddeus Young return as well. He's one player that will not be playing in the starters in the opening game, from what I understand. And when he comes back, that's basically our whole roster ready to go. So big things for the Chicago Bulls. I'm very, very happy about that. And we're going to end this video here. Just a quick short update video on the Chicago Bulls and what's been happening with some of our players. And we wait and see how things go in the future with some of our players and the minutes and who's performing. The Hawks is going to be a very, very big game for us. It's the starting game. We're going to have to kick things off with a bang and show the league that we are ready for the playoff spot. And let's see if we can do that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful and safe day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed opening day. What did you guys think about the Brooklyn Nets versus the Warriors, the Clippers versus the Lakers? There's some big things to talk about in the NBA today. The Nets look absolutely amazing. So another team that we're going to have to keep a close eye on in the Eastern Conference. Take care and peace.